Well, hey, Sag. I was thinking about you today, and it is Mutable Signs weekend, so I'm working my way through you, all you signs that help us move from one season to the next and help us with change and are changeable in your nature. So let's find out what is going on with you. There's a lot going on up there in the heavens, and we'll see how that comes into your reading today. I will let you know. We're going to begin with the overall card here for the Tarot of the She. The cards that were, I'll tell you this. The Tarot of Sexual Magic wanted to give you a message and I refused it. I'm like, I don't feel like looking at your sex life. So let's see if it comes up here anyway. Sorry about that. Okay. Nope, we're going to go with this and we'll see what happens. Don't despair. We have a Dreamer 3. It's a painful card called Soul Loss. It's a 3 of Swords. It's a broken heart. Okay. So maybe it wasn't wanting to be about your sex life. And there are 3 underlying cards underlying this. So if you have had a broken heart or you are breaking somebody's heart, or some other kind of, it's actually coming in not like a broken heart. It's coming in as the heart and mind are not in alignment when you're in a Dreamer 3 or a 3 of Swords is what this is. You can see the swords represented here by birds, your thoughts, and then your heart getting torn up. So what we see is a conflict between heart and mind here. It's a difficult, obsessive place to be. With this, underlying this, is the greedy tree, a 4 of Pentacles, or Maker 4. So this is control issues. It's holding tight to a little bit when you could have, when you could be freer and more generous. There is the wisdom of the Dreamer King, also in the swords in your mind. The Dreamer King is wise from using that sword, using the truth, an honest, intellectual being. Here appears fabulously riding this dragon with a sword right there, coming right in front of that third eye. So I often think of the Dreamer King, the gift of judgment. So when you get to that level, like you're a judge, that you take the facts, but you also take the context. So you have a heart with that. And then we have the Dreamer 7, the coward betrays. Sagittarius, what the heck is going on here? I got to read about that story. So I don't know what's happening here. I'm gonna have to look. I'm sorry. I have to see what's happening in this card. Because let me show you. So we've got a story here. We see these like tree spirits, and we see this human. There's another human peeking out from behind there. Or maybe that's not a human. Let's find out. Let's see. Let's see the story of this card. They're usually pretty short. Dreamer 7. At times the shadows and dreams are hidden, and from the depths will emerge unbidden. They must be faced, the challenge met, lest dreams be tangled in cunning net. So the key words here: unseen challenge, cunning, secrets, strategy, theft, subterfuge. So that's it's dishonesty that haunts you. Okay, so heart and mind are at odds in a situation where your security is at issue. You know the truth and you know how to use it, but for some reason, you or somebody around you is not being honest or direct in some way. So let's find out more about that. Sagittarius, if this resonates with you, stick with me. If it doesn't, you don't have to have this be your story. You can catch me next month, or you can just stay here and see what the story is, because it sounds interesting. But yeah, everything might be peachy keen in your heart and mind. But yeah, because so the Dreamer 3, heart and mind at odds, I always read the Dreamer King as heart and mind in alignment. So that's a possibility here. And we'll find out more. Heart and mind. Well, we have Mars moving into the mind, into Gemini. And Mars is going to be there for a long time. It's going to go retrograde in there. It's going to be there till March of next year. So that's what the swords are making me think about. We also have the heart, Venus in Leo. There's a lot of encouragement to love ourselves. It looks like there's some other things happening. Earth-wise, with the Maker 4, the greedy tree, we have Uranus stationing retrograde. I don't know if that's the right way. Going retrograde is how I say it. This week. And that is going to cause you to revisit a lot of your, maybe you've, so the Earth, Taurus is where Uranus is retrograding. So the greedy tree is in the Earth sign. So maybe that's referring to that. But there's a lot of swords here, lots in your head, lots going on in your head. And lots of things that you're not saying out loud. It looks like you know what your heart knows and you're not acting accordingly. Okay? It has to do with security. You're insecure. The Four of Pentacles is an insecure energy. It causes you to be controlling, perfectionist-y, limit what you can ask for, and so then you're not speaking your truth. All right, let's look. So I'm going to ask, what should you release here? We get a 3 of Wands. This is something you envisioned that you've been waiting for, something you wanted to make happen, and then you're being told to release that. Sometimes when you release something that you really want, it comes. Stupid rules of manifestation. I don't know. Yeah. What you think of that, take or leave it. Ooh, what you should embrace. The classy love offer of the Knight of Cups. Be that. Go forth with your heart. Like the King of Swords. He uses his mind in connection with his heart. So this is, remember, your King of Swords here. Coming in, in this deck, it's the Dreamer King. Revisit. What are you revisiting as Uranus? Yeah, there's your Earth, 10 of Pentacles. This is your kingdom, your security, your abundance, your job, your home. And it doesn't mean, just because you're looking at it again, doesn't mean you dismantle it. It's just when a planet goes retrograde and it's in Earth, Pentacles, Taurus sign, Uranus just going back and forth over around 18 degrees Taurus. So if you have your chart, you can look at that place in your chart. You go, because this is where it suggests this is important, what you're re-looking at, what you did. So this revisit. Well, there's other things in retrograde, but that's the one on my mind. Let's see. This is what the tarot wants you to know. 8 of Cups. You're discontent. There's something missing emotionally from whatever situation you're in. Or you're not aware that there's something missing there emotionally. So that's hidden from you. The 8 of Cups. Somebody around you is discontent. Or you're in denial. You're not paying attention to that. To me, there's a feeling I have, and I'll just share it and dismiss it if it doesn't seem right. It's you or somebody else is not being upfront about something. I feel like it's somebody else. This is how I see you. I mean, this is the card I chose when I thought of this deck for Sagittarius. I thought of you, your centaur self, like all of these male figures, in particular in this deck. They're very centaur, Sag, like, I don't know, heart people. I just think of you as your fire sign, but you're just like broad-chested, big heart, going heart forth. That's how I think of you. So this Knight of Cups, that's embrace that quality of yours, as opposed to this your head trip, whatever it's keeping you in fear and insecurity. I mean, embrace that you are the Knight of Cups, Sagittarius. There's nothing missing from you. And if somebody around you is making you feel insecure, like this greedy tree, Dreamer 7, there's something around you that's troubling you, that's making you feel insecure. If they're not being direct in some way, that can cause a person to feel insecure. That would be a normal response to somebody around you is like referring instead of directly stating. But there's a discontent, and it's not you. You're not the lack. You're the Knight of Cups. You're a classy love offer. Future coming in is the High Priestess. This card is the future, kind of says, I don't know, it could be this, it could be this. It's a little bit of the tarot here not telling you. Or you already intuitively know what it is, but you're not telling me, your tarot reader. I'll try to clarify it and see what is going on. Underlying energies. We have two. One, Two of Pentacles, an infinite balancing act, and a broken heart, Five of Cups. Could be yours, could be somebody else's. It's, you know, you can see this card. These cards are very abstract, but there's two ways of looking at this situation. It's dark and full of pain, or, all right, here we go. Start new day. So you can be in either place. It's a process of grieving represented by this card. Some cups are open to the darkness, some are open to the new day and full. So they're half full, half empty, half full, half empty, half full. Ultimately, you're going to finish grieving and turn towards that new beginning. And in a little bit, I think of her having the half empty, half full, like this process, really, or passageway. Fives are read as passageways. Okay, we will clarify. One thing I see on the bottom is a tower. Not yet, but you might consider a tower might be coming in that will change your perspective, but you're not there yet, okay? When I see a tower upside down like that, it's not in this story. It's out ahead. But if there is something that needs to change in your situation, you can change it. If you don't, the universe will set it right. So that gives you a little bit of foreknowledge of universe acting to set things in order in your story. So let's see. Let's clarify. This is your release. You had a manifestation that needs to be released for some reason. Let's find out. Temperance. Alchemizing, waiting, pouring your feelings back and forth, back and forth. It's like I feel like you're really measuring, you're being thoughtful, careful, you're divinely supported in temperance. What else here? The Emperor, decisive, Aries energy. Big major arcana cards here. And the Queen of Swords. She has clarity and she acts. She will cut shit out. She has no problem releasing. Okay? Neither does the Emperor. The Emperor's like, yes, no. In, out. The Queen of Swords is like that too. So this is a vision you had. You've been kind of stuck in this vision. So the cards are saying it's time to release that vision, whatever it is, you know what it is. Be like the Emperor, be decisive, be the leader of your life. And the Queen of Swords adds a further level of decisiveness. She's informed by clarity of mind. There's lack of clarity of your mind because your heart and mind are at odds and are over in the cards, that are the overall energy of this reading. It's uncomfortable, it's painful. In a way, like I see Temperance, this angel pouring water back and forth, alchemizing, alchemizing, alchemizing. 1 foot on land, solid ground, practical security, abundance. 1 foot in the water, your feelings. You're stuck, you're waiting. And this says act. Quit waiting, act. So let's find out, how are you supposed to act? You're supposed to act like you, Centaur, Knight of Cups. It's actually not your card, Sag, but it's coming in as your card. Is Temperance one of your cards? Well, definitely the Hangman is one of your cards, so Temperance might be your, doesn't matter. And Temperance also makes me think of like drinking, not drinking, like the temperance movement. Not drinking, something that makes me think about waiting, withholding. It's a stuckness in Temperance, and the Three of Wands, waiting. They're both about waiting. So, time to act. Act from your heart, Knight of Cups. There's resistance. 7 of Wands. There is balance. Very practical. And the Queen of Cups, speaking from your heart. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Come from your heart, Sag. Again, I see you weighing whether you want to resist something or speak honestly from your heart. Actually come from your heart. I see you're doing this, Sag. Whatever the situation is that you're in, you're doing this. The reason you're doing this is because your brain is torturing you. Because you're afraid of losing everything that you've earned, even though you could have so much more. We see this twice. There's the 2 of Pentacles. Some suggestion that the underlying cause is some kind of heartache, but let's keep looking. So you might be feeling like, so if there's a situation that's coming towards you and you're torn between resisting and embracing and integrating this from your heart, Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, I feel like you're being advised to come from that heart. Don't resist. Okay. All right. So this is your 10 of Pentacles. This is what you're revisiting. This is your kingdom, your security, your home, your job, the real world, the 3D, Earth. Okay. Judgment. Ascension. This is finishing a level of life, moving on to the next one. If you have succeeded, you get chosen to move on. This is literally people being called to heaven from their graves. There's a kind of predestinarian logic where some get chosen and others don't. But then it gets read by tarot readers as like anybody is able to ascend to the next level if they live this life correctly. The suggestion here is get out of your head and into your heart, but let's find out more. Knight of Swords, there's the truth, there's your head. Right at Judgment on the table here. And then there's so here we go. 7 of Swords again. Thief in the Night, dishonesty. Omission. that's interesting. So you were revisiting. So the Ten of Pentacles, it's the end of a cycle too. It's a pentacle cycle. It's your material world. So if you want to finish that cycle, you're riding backwards on the table. Revisiting, because this is the retrograde of Uranus and Taurus. It's like you can fix this because you're revisiting it, but I kind of think like in order to prevail in this pentacle cycle, you did something dishonest, and it's actually going to prevent you from ascending until you bring the truth to the situation. And you're going to get tortured. You have to tell the truth, Sag. And if you don't tell the truth, you don't get to go on. You're going to have to redo this whole cycle. So, tell the truth. And it is going to affect your real life, your home, your job. You finished something recently, but you didn't do it completely honestly. Okay, again, I'm having like very clear readings, so this happened in Virgo's reading too. So take or leave. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your reading. Don't make it be your reading. It either already happened, or it's going to happen, or it's just not about you. But the tarot wants you to know, there's this discontent. It's like this person is looking at the table, set for 8, and she doesn't have a cup herself. She doesn't have a heart herself. And you don't know this. Okay. Broken heart. 10 of Swords. Something is over. Stabbed 10 times. The sun set on it, and a new day is dawning. So the good news is you've finished that cycle too, or somebody has. 6 of Cups. Undefended love. Soulmate connection. Inner child stuff. It happened when they were young. 10 of Cups. Okay. This is another 10, the ending of a love cycle. It's beautiful, it's positive, it's your goal. It's where you want to get in the cups to the 10. You want to get to the 10. It's 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. So what you don't know is a person that appears to be offering you undefended love, and that you're actually seeing as your 10 of Cups, your family. But they're hiding. What you don't know is they have a broken heart. And it has left them with a feeling of emotional discontent. 6 of Cups is also about nostalgia. They are nostalgic for somebody, something that hurt them. And they're not telling you about that. So there's a double dishonesty here. Both of you are being dishonest with one another. Even though I think there's a genuine 6 of Cups vibe. I'm trying to not... I don't know. This keeps happening. I'm trying to do like more general readings, and they just are like love stories. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. The High Priestess said, you don't get to know tarot reader, but let's see. Let's see if we can pick her brain a little bit. Let's clarify. Okay. A new emotional beginning. Divine love. Self-love. What else? The Page of Swords, open-mindedness, curiosity, air sign. There's a lot of air here. The Sun, happiness, joy, authenticity. Okay, well, the future looks good. You intuitively know that when you offer your heart and you keep an open mind, that authentic, happy, true joy is possible in the future. So that's lovely. That seems very Sag optimistic to me. So you intuitively know everything's going to work out okay. And what I see is you and this other person, or you in this situation, you have to be honest. Your brain's getting in the way of that. Truth comes from your heart. So come from your heart. There's somebody in your life in very much the same position. They have been hurt. They're offering love. They're nostalgic, though, for that past hurt. That person that hurt them in the past. And they just need to tell you that, or you need to understand that. It doesn't say they need to tell you that. You need to come clean about something. You just don't know this other person. And they would have their own tarot reading. So whoever they are, they'll get advice from the tarot in whatever sign they are. And maybe the advice will be open up, come clean. Usually it is. Very rarely do I see keep secrets, lie, and omit. I have seen it. I've seen a 7 of Swords be strangely a good idea. There are certain situations where not opening up is advisable, but this is not one for either of you. But you can understand that this person is maybe not emotionally available because they have a nostalgia for a broken heart that they thought was their 10 of Cups. Why did I get the feeling that you were insecure? Did I have that? I'm feeling of insecurity. Oh yeah, this gave me the impression that you have some insecurity. There was something else too. But anyway, you have nothing to be insecure about. You deserve love and honesty, and you can ask for it and you can offer it. So this person had a broken heart. Happiness lies ahead, and you intuitively know it. And when you know that, you deserve it. You have this great heart. You come from that, and you speak the truth from that. You know it's going to work out, because that's the way the universe works, right? Even if in the long run you don't see in the short term you don't see it working out, ultimately when you look back on your life, you will be able to tell a story where you get this happy, joyous, free existence. Ace of Cups in your future. And that is it. Okay. Have a beautiful day, Sag.